I'm Chronix, and this is Crystal from the most extreme wrestling. And this is your Raw review for January 14th, 2013.
That's right.
This is the 20th anniversary of Monday Night Raw.
This isn't our first Raw review of the new year, is it? Because I think it
well, us together.
Might be, yeah.
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 Yeah, that is true. But before we get started, I just gotta ask you, what in the blue hell are you wearing?
That is not nice, Chronix. I'm wearing my purple shirt and my red, orange, pinkish scarf and my green Yoshi hat.
It looks good.
Thank you.
First of all,
I wore this to work today. I didn't wear the hat all day.
yeah, well,
It doesn't look as goofy without the hat.
Vince McMahon comes out.
Vince McMahon!
And I mean, why wouldn't he come out? Because it's like 20 years. Well, of his creation, basically.
That's right.
So I guess
And that's what he said. He said, "This is because I am a certifiable iconic genius."
He did.
And he is.
And then he was like, well, you know, the fans too. So that was funny. But the Big Show comes out and he's very upset because he lost.
Everyone cares about the Big Show.
Because-
I'm sorry.
Because there's like a thumbtack.
Well, I didn't do that.
Anyways, Big Show comes out and he's all upset because he lost his title on SmackDown.
It's a sad, sad day.
So, I don't really know why he's coming on Raw, because his problems are elsewhere, right? And not even with Vince McMahon.
No.
Vince McMahon's actually the guy who brought in, in the storyline, brought in the Big Show, like, all those years ago.
Okay.
But, I guess that's all forgotten. So, they show a little video package, much to the dismay of the Big Show, because the Big Show doesn't want this video played. He wants everybody to know the travesty that happened, but he doesn't want everybody to see it and relive it with all the evidence and stuff.
It's true.
So, much to his dismay, Vince McMahon plays the promo that someone put together. And he wants his rematch or something, whatever. So here comes Ricardo Rodriguez, and he's introducing Del Rio, and King says this great line. He says, "I can't wait to see what Del Rio's driving." And as soon as he says it, Del Rio walks out on his own 2 feet. Out in Houston, Texas audience.
Wait, why?
Why is he walking on foot?
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the conundrum. Because I thought maybe he was not in a car because the car is like an arrogance thing. And he's supposed to be a good guy now?
But cars are cool.
No, but him coming out and honking all the time is like a bad guy thing.
But cars are always cool.
But the whole point of him being like, I drive a $150,000 Ferrari is a heel thing. So if a guy comes up and honks his horn 1,000 times and has a guy standing outside saying, "Check out this guy with this awesome car," and blah, blah, blah.
Is he in a cool car?
No.
Because then he's still cool.
Are you serious? You're just like trolling me. Anyways, so I thought, because that's he's like being a good guy, but he's been a good guy for like 2 weeks or something, right? But on SmackDown, he came out with the car and did the entire entrance and being annoying and honking the horn and everything. So that makes no sense, right?
Doesn't make sense.
And on Christmas, he ran over Santa Claus.
He did.
And it was this
But it was Mick Foley, so it was okay.
It was this big thing about, oh my God, is Santa going to be okay? So, I don't know. The crowd was kind of like liking Del Rio and like supporting him.
Yeah.
Because of kind of the way they had set it up in the thing, but it's like it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I said that when he came out because I was like, is he a face? Or is he a heel? Does it change? Very confusing.
I don't know.
Very confusing.
I was just smacking my forehead. And like the fans were like, yeah, we accept you as a good guy now. And I'm like, but why? What did he do?
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Anyways, so he gets on the microphone and he says a bad word.
In Spanish, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he calls him another bad word.
In Spanish. Then he translates it.
Yeah, Ricardo Rodriguez has this bucket.
It's a crudely painted $2 bucket that you get at Walmart.
Yes.
I mean, that's what it was.
Had the Mexico flag on it.
Yes.
It was full of confetti. We were led to
was.
believe it could have had some kind of substance in it.
Water.
Or something of that nature, or something more sinister, perhaps, than water. But he splashes it, all the confetti all over the Big Show.
The Big Show is very angry about this.
Yes,
I don't understand.
Because it didn't hurt him.
Who doesn't love confetti?
That's true. When you get confetti thrown at you, don't you go, yeah, confetti?
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just imagine that. Because, I mean, it's like a celebratory thing. Like, Hall of Fame induction. Confetti everywhere. I just won the world championship.
Confetti.
Whee! You know,
I wish we had some confetti.
yeah, we don't, though. We have all these puzzle pieces, but...
Yes,
Hey!
we do have all these puzzle pieces.
Yeah. So, anyways... Vince is like, check it out, you're new world heavyweight champion Del Rio. So he's like putting him over as a super good guy and everything. So once again, and you know, the fans are like, yeah, we accept that, Vince, because you know everything else doesn't really make sense. But you know, you put him over so well, I just have to cheer for him. So all right, make sure the Bob Barker guest host thing from 2009.
I love Bob Barker.
Yes, he is very old.
And awesome.
That's true.
Is what he is.
Well, yeah. Price is Right.
Yeah.
Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton. And Wade Barrett beats Randy Orton.
Strange. Randy Orton had the temper tantrum and everything. He was unable to beat him.
And he still lost.
Usually the temper tantrum does it for him.
Maybe it's because he didn't like do a promo where he states his name or something.
That's true. Because they were doing this video package before, and it was like, what makes Randy Orton Randy Orton? And I was like, it's because he says, my name is Randy Orton.
But they didn't do that, I guess, like live in the crowd.
So therefore, see, he wasn't.
I heard a rumor that Randy Orton's taking some personal time off, which sounds like he's, you know, a little in trouble with some drugs. What are you doing?
Probably. I'm just playing.
Booker T.
Distracting you.
Why would you play a drum?
I don't know.
It can't even be seen on the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it couldn't be seen.
So Booker T is confronting Eve.
Okay.
And Eve is like, you know, he's like all trying to coerce him, like sexually.
Yes.
But
Thank you for spelling that out.
But Booker T's like, no.
Yeah,
I am
he pretends like he's interested, and then he laughs in her face.
Yeah, because he's like, you are like too young for me.
It's true.
I guess.
No, I think it was just the fact that she's like unattractive and skanky.
And he's married.
I mean, I don't think she's unattractive. I was just saying that's the vibe he was giving her.
Yeah. So, he says, if you get counted out in your match tonight against Caitlyn, you'll lose your title. So,
Or disqualified.
big stakes
Yeah.
there, you know.
And she slaps Teddy Long.
Yeah.
She did not do a good job of making that slap look real.
There's been so many great slaps in wrestling history.
That was not a great slap. It was like,
No, it's
it was
hard.
kind of like this. It wasn't like, bah!
So Team Hell No and Dr. Shelby, they're having their evaluation, right?
They are. This was funny.
And he asked Daniel Bryan, what do you like about Kane? He says, I like that he's tall.
Yes.
I like how, like, when he pulls down his arms, he makes the fire go boom.
Yes.
And I also like, he's a good dancer as well.
It's true.
So, the same is asked about Kane to Daniel Bryan. And he's saying about Daniel Bryan, he likes his ring agility, likes his beard, and that he's not afraid to wear women's clothing, or to admit that he wears women's clothing.
Yes.
And he's like, no, man, you're not supposed to do that.
Do you think Daniel Bryan would wear my outfit tonight?
I don't know if you could describe that as women's clothing. I mean, I don't know what that is, to be honest, you know. So the Rhodes Scholars come out there, and they trigger an angry session. And it's really not even Hell No that's getting angry. It's Dr. Shelby, because they start antagonizing him and saying he's not a good psychiatrist.
He doesn't know what he's talking about, and talking about all these psychological theories and junk.
And that Dr. Phil is actually better. And this just drives him insane. Like, he crossed the line.
Apparently Dr. Phil is not legit.
He's not legit.
He is not legit.
Yeah, maybe it's because he's more famous.
I used to like to watch Dr. Phil, actually.
Maybe it's because Dr. Phil's so much more famous.
I don't know. I do think psychologists probably make fun of Dr. Phil.
I think they do. So Kane defeats Damien Sandow.
Yes.
And now we get our 2013, the very first entrance into the Hall of Fame.
Boo.
And that's funny because I found a thumbtack right here on the table.
Hardy har har.
What? Hardy hard.
I was laughing at your hilarious
Oh.
finding.
So Mick Foley, totally deserving of that.
Totally not deserving of jack crap.
Why? Because he's like one of the most famous
Because he's
stars.
a glorified stuntman.
That's what Ric Flair said. Wasn't
I'm
it?
quoting Ric Flair because he was right.
I think Ric Flair apologized for that. Actually,
Well,
he took
Ric
it
Flair
back.
should not have taken that back because he probably really meant it. Because, really, he fell off of stuff for
But
like 20 years. He made himself
No.
brain damaged.
well, that is true.
He made himself
But
brain damaged.
But you're acting like he was just some jabroni before he fell off, which isn't true because plenty of jabronis have fallen off of stuff on YouTube and other promotions like CZW, and they ain't crap. He was already popular. He had built up his credibility in WCCW.
By falling off of stuff and rolling on thumbtacks.
He didn't. No, he didn't. You know, he grew this great deal in ECW,
But
WCW.
the reason that he's so legendary is because he fell off of that one thing that one time.
But
They
if
even said it tonight.
But if he hadn't have done that, he still would have been just as popular,
I doubt
really.
it.
I mean,
And by the way, actually that argument turns to me. Because if he still would have been just as popular if he hadn't done all that stuff, then why was he dumb enough to do all that stuff?
what?
Don't, like you didn't understand what I said.
I'm just saying, if he didn't do it, he still.
Then why did he do it? Why
Because-
would someone injure themselves to the point of mental disability
Actually-
if they didn't have to?
Actually, that match I don't think damaged him that much. I mean,
He has
I'm talking
brain
about,
damage.
I'm talking about brain damage wise. I think other things that he had done probably gave him much more brain damage
like
than
all
that
the
match.
other times he whacked himself on the head. I mean,
Well, the hundreds of concussions he estimates. I'm just saying,
I'm just saying.
if he wouldn't have done that stuff, he still would have been
And I'm just saying,
Because, like,
that proves how stupid he is.
compared to other people who've got inducted, he's still more deserving, just in the fact that he made such an impact.
What did he do?
He connected,
He fell off of crap
but he made an emotional connection with millions of people.
with a bunch of apparently idiots.
So I'm an idiot?
No, you're not an idiot.
But you just
You
called
were
me an
caught
idiot.
up in the moment of the Attitude Era, which was a special time that people that were there only understand. Because to people that weren't there, you're just like, really? That dude just fell off to something. Don't understand. I'm not hating on the Attitude Era as a whole. I'm just hating on Mick Foley.
So the Shield comes down, and Ryback comes down, and Orton comes down, and Sheamus comes down.
I missed Orton. I didn't even see him.
Yeah, he was there. He was wearing a shirt.
Okay.
He was there. He didn't say his name,
That's why I didn't know he was there.
but I mean, he was there. Ryback cuts his promo afterwards, right? And he's like so worked up, and he's so like out of breath when he's saying it. It's funny because he's like, I'm gonna get you very soon, and I'm gonna beat you. You know, he like had to take all these these breathers, and I'm like, dude, you like really out of breath there. He was like so intense.
It's funny.
I don't know. But anyways, so they like go through this bad gimmick section, right?
This was funny.
Now, this is what I don't like.
This was awesome, actually.
It was awesome?
Yeah, it was awesome and funny, but what don't you like about it?
Well, okay. Because they just lump everything in there as like, these are bad gimmicks. But I'm like, not all of these are bad gimmicks. Like, Doink the Clown wasn't bad. You know what I mean? It like...
Why was that... How was that not
Okay, because
bad?
it wasn't pointless. It wasn't worthless. You know, and the Gilbert thing was funny. They act like that these were total flops. Like these were Tensai characters. But they weren't. You know, and like you're talking about bad, like, is this bad because
Time.
I can see the time.
Okay.
Anyways, but I'm just saying, they weren't horrible. I don't know.
It was meant to be funny, and it was.